something was dragged. Who knows?
Let's follow the trail.
Yeah,
Which one?
The slag that you're.
Moose or yeah.
Yeah, the deer one.
Well,
yeah,
deer.
we do need food.
We need
Okay. Perception check to see if you can spot. If you guys continue to follow the trail.
20.
Oh yeah.
You're really good spotting deer.
Me
I
and deer.
got a 23, so.
What'd you get?
I got a 13.
So you guys both spot it,
What?
and you spot a deer,
Okay.
and you're so focused because you rolled a 20. You're like tunnel vision on this deer. So what do you guys do?
So
He's like, so you're like, I found a deer.
Three adventurers travel through tales untold. Will they survive? Starring Ryan, Nick, Nathan. This is Dungeons and Dragons.
So, you, Vance, well, you're all alone. So, just after going on a hunting expedition, Yosef, Cole, and you were hunting, right? You know, searching for food for the group. When all of a sudden, bam, you were knocked out. Just smack dab, back of the head. You can't really tell if you took any damage. Like you're in a woozy state, that's for certain. And so, you wake up alone, tied to a pole. Your gear has been removed, but you see it sitting on a table beside you. And you're in the middle of a tent. It's sort of like it's sort of one of those triangle tarp sort of tents ideas. And the door, it's very floppy, you know. You can see there's definitely a wee bit of a breeze, but it blocks your view of the outside. But you only see the light of a fire, like big campfire, coming through the cracks of the tarp. And you hear voices and footsteps approaching the tent. What do you do?
I say, hello?
Alright, so you give a vocal hello, and a man enters with a... double check, just to be sure. It's an M16, but I'm just double checking. Yes. A man with an M16 walks into the room, and another man with an M16. They walk in, and they're talking. He looks at you after you said hello, gets back to their conversation, and all you hear from this conversation is this guy in a sort of a soldier uniform is talking to the man standing, who presumably looks like the leader, and he says, "Porky's Tavern. There's some old man and a cop in it." And the other man, does he fit Rick's description? So you recognize that name, Rick? Huh, sketchy. And the other man says, "No, red hair and a beard, nothing like Rick." The other guy says, "All right then. Tell me when Dana gets back to the camp from scouting." And the other man exits the tent. Then he turns to you. "Well, who are you?"
Vance.
"Vance, eh? Where are you from? Where are you from, Vance?" how'd you get here? I know one of my men, Alf, told me, well, took you to town. Took you by surprise. Who were you with?
A group of people. People I've found on along the way. I think I was with them for less than a week.
Okay. Any names sort of ring the bell? Like, Carl or Rick?
Yeah, I think I might have heard that name a couple times.
Interesting. Was this Rick a sort of a tall fella with black hair? Sort of had a cop uniform sort of idea going.
Yeah.
He was a cop, yes, yeah. Sort of had that fine Kentucky accent. And since you know Rick, is there a Yosef or a Cole, a Mason, a Paul with them, or?
Some names sound familiar, some names I might not have heard.
Interesting.
Again, I was there for only less than a week, so...
So, see, you got a medic thing around your arm. Is that just for show?
No, I studied before things hit the shit.
Where at?
Down in Johns Hopkins University. Into medical school.
Interesting. Where's that at? Never heard of it.
Baltimore.
Baltimore. All the way from Baltimore to Georgia. How did you end up here?
Walking, I guess.
So, you must have been alone for most of that walk. It's definitely... I don't see too many large groups migrating that far.
Yeah. We get different groups. Again, there was one group, and we usually went out to try and help other people. And as emergency services, we tried doing it for the first part of everything happening, but then whenever shit started to really hit the fan, things started to break down, and people went their own ways, and you find smaller groups.
Yep. Shitty world, isn't it now?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta know. Do you mind the winter? You know, I mean, I fucking hate it. Never seen a winter this bad in Georgia. But, no, here we are. We're all freezing our asses off out here. How about you? Seem like you're pretty peachy.
I got some Canadian heritage.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Your polar bears and igloos. Well, I'll tell you this. We've been, what's this? Up in the mountains. I mean, geez, why would we go in the mountains in the middle of winter? Apparently there's this ski lodge one of my scouts found out about. Interesting find. So, we're planning on, packing up and, moving up there. Just, and just before he continues the conversation, you're interrupted by the same soldier who he was talking with before, and he mentions that this Dana person you might have heard in that conversation is back, and she found a group nearby Porky's Tavern, and she mentions a Yosef and a Cole that fit the description of those people were there, and Morgan tells them to get ready to move out with full arms and everything. And he turns back to you. Now, what do you think of Yosef and Cole?
I don't get exactly which one's which, but one's a little nutty. Fine.
Yeah, probably the same. Probably the same asshole who probably dropped my kid off a roof. Did you know that about him, eh?
You know that.
Oh yeah, I bet he wouldn't talk about that. Yeah, we were in Atlanta. And, yeah, they had just one easy job. I was holding the door from zombies. We were in this big apartment, and they were crossing we had to cross rooftops, right? So we used this sort of plank system. Anyways, yeah, my son fell off. They didn't catch him. He fell 20 stories? And then he was, well, There wasn't too much left of him after the horde got to him. I almost killed myself. I went down there. I just went into it. But then I realized I had this sort of epiphany. And they were long gone. They didn't even bother. They didn't even bother to get me back. To even think about me. They just ran away. And I thought to myself, huh. Rick let my son die. I'm going to take his son away. And just look at that. It's like, it must be, what, December by now? I don't even know. It's close. You know, it's got to be in the rain. Christmas is here. 'Tis the season, after all. And now Rick's in the palm of my hand. But, I'll tell you this before I go. Because we're getting ready to leave. I'll tell you this. If you do anything, if you escape, I will kill you.
Understandable.
Yeah. Especially with a man with your training. Quite useful around here. But if you stay, you would make a fine addition to this group. And, watch out for the dead. They're killers. And, oh.
They're interesting.
Well, I know your name. Do I know your name? No, we didn't even make introductions. Gosh, what a schmuck I am. What's your name?
I said my name's Vance.
Vance, is it? Okay. Well, pleased to meet you. The name's Morgan. Morgan Jones. And, have a nice night. We'll be back probably by morning.
Do you need any help with any patients?
You just stay right there.
Okay.
So Morgan leaves the tent, and as sort of the minutes, maybe close to an hour passes by, of just people rummaging around, you know, people are getting in formation, Morgan's describing a plan of attack. They're gonna go inside this Porky's Tavern and wait for Rick's group to possibly scavenge it. And, yeah, they all leave. No one is left in camp. So, what do you do?
That's it.
You're just gonna sit there?
I have no idea if there's anyone left in camp.
It's true. You could give a listen. If you want to roll a perception check or...
17 total.
17. So you have good hearing. And all you hear is the crackle of a fire. Not a sound is left to be heard. It would seem, based on Morgan's urgency, that literally everyone has taken off, from what you perceive. So, yeah. So what do? Do you do anything, or do you just sit?
I feel like I just sit, because I don't know if I trust, like, the guys with the machine guns.
Yeah.
They're pretty long shots.
Yeah.
Good range with those things.
Well, as you decide to sit, as the evening passes, the fire starts dimming because no one's managing the blaze. And, of course, you know, as the fire decreases, it's going to get a little colder, a little chilly. And, you hear gunshots in the distance. So it, presumably Porky's Tavern? Yeah, I don't know. They just said they were going there. But you hear lots of gunshots. Like, a scary amount of gunshots. Like, just bang, 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 you know. Definitely
from all the weapons.
Yeah, a firefight is going on. There's, oh yeah, lots of gunshots. And, yeah. Then they stop. Minutes pass. Still nothing. So it would seem a result, a battle was finished. And, but you hear sound. You hear a sound outside the tent. It's not human. You hear a weak, faint... You hear some slight... It's definitely distant, but you hear just small footsteps that are seemingly getting closer. Could it be the fire? Could it be the gunshots? don't know. So what do you do now?
So, hands are bound, feet bound, or
Nope.
stuff falls on the table.
Mm.
Is it a heavy tent or light tent?
It's been heavily supported. Yeah. The pole is driven very far into the ground. Yeah.
What does the top look like? Is it just pushed
Top?
in? Like how high is the?
The roof, it's enough for someone to stand up. So let's say Morgan was probably 5'6", maybe closer, in that range of 5'6" to 5'9". So yeah, someone who stands 6 feet tall could stand comfortably in this tent. It's a wooden pole sort of idea. Yeah.
I'm almost 5 foot, almost 6 feet. I can get my hands up and
Oh,
over
okay.
the top of the ball where it
Okay.
connects in.
Yeah, you could try. Yeah.
I think that's my best option right now.
Yeah. All right, give a roll, good sir. So you're gonna try and slide your way up. That would be I'd call that a dexterity roll. Yeah.
That is a 19.
Woo.
Total of 20.
All right. Yes. So you sort of start wedging yourself up, and you hear the zombie groan getting louder and louder. He's definitely by the fire now at this point. And just as you get to the top, it is doable, but it will require some extra force put into that. So you might want to do a strength check to see if you can sort of get out of this situation.
Oh well, an 18. That's pretty good.
Woo! Yeah. So you pop the top of the tent where the pole rests, and
I put it back in. As my hands are free. Or?
your hands are free, but they're still bound.
Yeah, I can push it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get out, and the tent sort of it falls. So now you got the tent on top of your head, but of course that raises suspicion, an alerting noise to the zombie, and the zombie starts approaching the tent now.
Do you remember which direction the table was in?
The table
You
was
said
to
it
your
was
left.
Side.
Yeah.
I'll probably start trying to make it over to the left.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's not that big of a tent, so you get to this sort of rickety-looking old table, and yeah, it has your stuff laid out, your gun, your knife, anything you had. Like, what was your other gear consisted of?
There's a gun, the knife, a medical kit, surgery
Alright.
kit, compass, flashlight, a day pack.
Yeah, so all that stuff is just strewn about, and yeah, what do you do?
Well, first just grab the knife and try and give myself my hands some more room.
All right, do a roll there. That'll be strength. Roll again.
6.
6. What's your modifier?
0.
0.
Not the strong.
No, it you're trying, but you can't get that right movement going because your hands are bound. It's tough. So no, you struggle, and you feel movement on the tarp door as a hand shoots through it, like, and the zombie enters the tent now, and is right in front of you. What do you do?
I guess my gun's there too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm hoping just cock it back, see if there's a chamber there.
Okay.
I'm out in the chamber.
Yeah. Go for it. All right, you don't need to roll.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have to cock a gun.
Yeah. You gotta roll to cock the gun.
Breaks
Breaks
the gun.
Yeah.
I couldn't even cut my own hands, but I can break a gun in two.
Yeah. So, I'm assuming you drop the knife?
Yeah.
On the table or whatever?
Yeah, just
Right. Oh, excuse me. And, so you pick up the gun, but the mag is missing.
back to the knife.
All right.
Not gonna take
So
my
now-
time searching.
now the zombie is going to attempt to grasp you.
Okay.
So he'll be making a strength check. 15 plus, I think it's a plus 1, so 16. So you can do a resistance check. So that'll be strength, because you're resisting that force.
19.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can tell this guy, he's dead, right? You know, he doesn't have everything going. So yeah, he grabs you.
Muscles.
Yeah, and then you just sort of push it off, and it's like, ah! And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a knife, sort of a long, sort of machete-like blade, splits right through the center of his head. It's pretty close quarters, so imagine the blade just all of a sudden,
Yep.
right there, and the blood's just dripping off, and the machete is pulled out, and the zombie falls to the ground and dies. Now there's a man standing in front of you.
I sit down.
Sit down.
Yep.
Bud, stand up.
Okay,
We gotta get the hell out of here.
Okay.
And so, he tells you, so you get up, presumably.
I grab my stuff. Grab the pack.
He helps. He grabs a knife and uncuts you. And,
Very helpful.
yeah, and he looks at you. Sorry for the knockout. It's the man who, gave you a little clobbering there. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I'm just doing my job. But we got fucked over in that tavern. Whoever these people were that Morgan was trying to hunt down, they are savages. Morgan mentioned you knew. Were you in that group?
I don't know what group it might be the same group. I've been with a couple of groups. One was kind of stories, there was not that.
Yeah. This is, that Rick fella Morgan has a vendetta against.